Leo, welcome to your reading for the month of August. Ooh, your messages just want to come out. Let's see what we got. Leo, are you open to living a beautiful, peaceful month? To get all the benefits of peace in all the aspects that we're going to look at in this reading: love, health, wealth, money, spirituality, everything. The whole enchilada. The whole enchilada. If you are, place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath and say yes and comment the word peace. Writing something down is very powerful. Do you know, Leo, that in ancient times, one of the main reasons why everybody couldn't write, it was not just to suppress the masses. People understood how powerful the written word is. It's like maktub in Paulo Coelho speaks about that in his book The Alchemist. M-A-K-K-T-U-B, maktub. It's an Arabic word. If it's written, it's true, it's there. So what is it that you are embracing in your life? Write it down somewhere significant. Write it in your journal. If you don't have a journal, go and get yourself one ASAP, as in today, latest tomorrow. Okay? Write down peace in the comments. Please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It's like you're seeing all this doom and gloom here, my beautiful Leos. All this doom and gloom. The whole enchilada is what I get, but you're not seeing it, and nothing changes until you see it. Okay? There's a space here of feeling trapped. Now, I want to, and I don't want to, I'm not about spiritual bubblegum. That's never been my vibe. Okay? But I want to remind you of this, my beautiful Leo, that nothing in this world exists. Nothing, not a single thing, absolutely zero, zilch. Everything is molecules with electromagnetic impulses running through it, in other words, vibration. And the electromagnetic impulse, the vibration that runs through those molecules, determine what it shows up as. So in other words, if you are trapped in your mind, if you are stuck in your mind, if in your mind you are screwed, you're at the end of the road, there is no solution, then there cannot be a solution. You need to get unstuck in your mind first. And you know how you start getting unstuck in the mind is by saying to yourself, just admitting, you're not making a thing of it. Nobody's wrong, you're not you wrong, nobody else is wrong, the world isn't wrong, because the world will be as you believe. You're just saying to yourself, I am stuck, I'm having the experience of feeling stuck, I feel overwhelmed, I feel scared, I feel afraid, I don't know which direction to take. I don't like it, and I am open to having a different experience of life. Even on some level, if I don't believe that it's true, I open myself to that for my highest and best interest. Because the devil energy here is speaking about releasing yourself from what is holding you back. Now, people have this thing when they're releasing themselves, they want to, do all these highly over-the-top things like, cord cuttings and, there's nothing wrong with those things. But I mean, people go very over-the-top sometimes, where, here's the thing. Let's say you've got a current belief because you were neglected as a child, because things have been difficult, even for you now, for a while, There's trauma involved with it. There's anxiety. Your ego's telling you, don't go do that again because things are going to end up bad, which is the job of the ego. It's trying to keep you safe. So be gentle with yourself and be kind with yourself as you do the introspection. And you know what, Leo? One of the best ways to get yourself out of a rut or to progress forward, because you don't have to be in a rut to progress. Unless that is what you believe, then we actually create the rut ourselves. Because then we can have the story of like, oh, I was so blocked, and then I did this and this and this and this and that. We call ourselves blocked left, right, and center. Then we can't understand why lives aren't working out. Okay? The star energy, Aquarius energy here is letting you know, beautiful Leo, that this is a very prosperous time for you. Things can really work out for you here. Generously, beautifully, incredibly, fantastically, easily, effortlessly, to your highest interest, to your best interest, to your best benefit, if you allow it. And here's the thing. If you are on some level, and be honest with yourself, but compassionately so. Okay? And if you are honest with yourself, you say, I have this idea that I'm stuck. Okay, universe, show me how to get unstuck. Because otherwise then we get those dreaded experience, right time, wrong, what is it, right time, wrong place type of thing, just missed the boat. That there's just a little glitch and it kind of feels like life's against you more, because you are ready for great things, but you need to be able to let it in. You need to allow it in. All right. Doing a beautiful 8/8 LIONSGATE group healing on August the 8th. The details are in the description. It's donation based, so you've got absolutely no reason not to join. Why did I put that card there? Because Spirit told me to. Also doing one-on-one readings from my own tarot deck. The cards are not here. I'm going to have maybe in the next reading during August. Check it out. 2 spots left. Queen of Pentacles. You've already been doing well. You know what, Leo? When things get tough, we have this tendency to become so unkind to ourselves. Stupid idiot that I am type of things. I should know better. But according to who and why? There is nothing in the world that will keep you back more than reflecting on what isn't the way that you want it to be. Reflect, say, okay, this isn't what I want it to be. I'm willing to have something different. Without falling into it. Do you know how many people I meet that say, oh my goodness, if I started a YouTube channel 5 years ago, I would have been so far now. Like, okay, well, when are you going to start? Are you going to, in 5 years' time, you want to say the same story again? Focus on your wins. Neuroscience hack. In the back of your journal, write down 10 times in life where you felt incredibly stuck. Yet you found a way through, to remind your own brain that you have what it takes to make it through difficult situations. You may be closed off to help you. Maybe you've been hurt in the past. So it's difficult to trust life. It's difficult to trust other people. It's difficult to trust love. It's difficult to trust that people have genuine intentions, because people burnt you, Baba. They burnt you. But just because they burnt you before doesn't mean they have to burn you now again. This card, this whole thing of like, well, I know what I have, and that sort of thing. I'm not going to take any unnecessary risk. I'm okay here. Maybe I lose out. Maybe I don't. But at least I know what I got. That is you talking yourself out of a good thing. That is the ego speaking, and you think it's your logic speaking, that says don't take a chance, because if you take a chance, you're going to be disappointed. Well, a guaranteed way to stay where you are is to not take a risk, because even if things don't work out, you can say to yourself, at least I gave myself an honest chance. You know what I mean? It's that whole thing like if you never take a risk, the answer is always no. Yeah? Hanged Man, hand over to Source. Leo, remember that you are not alone on this planet, in this universe, in this cosmos, this multiverse. You are one and part of all that is. Your sign, your planetary sign is so awesome. It is the sun, it's the creator of all. Because what did the sun do? It imploded, it exploded, one explosion of light. It created the whole universe in one spark of light. You are one and part of all that is. We live in a universe of polarity by universal laws. So if you don't currently like the way things are going, you also have the opportunity to have the opposite experience of that. That is just the way the universal cookie crumbles. Okay? It's basically, here's the thing, Leo. Give life a chance so that life can give you a chance. That's it. The thing is that if we can't have faith in ourselves, you can't have faith in the universe, you can't have faith in Source, God, Creator, Allah, Jehovah, call it what you want. You can't. Because you are a physical extension and expression of the Creator of all that is. And you are ready to live your greatest experience of life. You are, there is a huge blessing that is loading here for you. And here's the thing that happens. You manifested this blessing because the universe has heard your prayer. Okay? The universe has heard your prayer. But here's the thing. Now life has heard our prayer, but we are afraid that things are not going to work out. So we say, no, I'm not going to trust that. Now you start to get conflict. Because you manifested this, and now that it's showing up, it's almost like, it's almost like when you order something online, and now it gets delivered. And let's say it's a television set. Now you get the TV, and the TV is delivered, you're like, But this is a TV, it's not a radio, but you ordered the TV. Which can also play radio, but it's a TV, that's what you ordered. So you don't have to keep it. You can log a return and gently send it back, or you can make a thing about it. So do you see that what you manifest, you can say, I manifested this from this mindset, but now I've changed a little, I'd like something different. Universe is like, kudos, no problem, cool jazz, let's change that for you. Unless you go and make a thing of it. Okay? Then you keep the unwanted thing and subsequently the unwanted desire in your heart, in your experience of life. Three of Pentacles, you have a choice. Remember that. You have a choice. You can play the same old tune and you get the same old results, or you can decide to do something different. Don't hold on to the past. You know, we hold on to our wounds like they are trophies. They did this, they did that, they did this, they caused this, they fill in the blank. But who's the one that's suffering here? It's time to let it go. It's time to heal. And if you can't do it yourself, get some help. But it's time to leave the pain wound behind, because it's not serving you positively. And you are not the best wound for the best host for your wound anymore. So it feels uncomfortable because it wants to go. From Gaia, we've got agate, crystal, beautiful. Agate is so beautiful. You get them all different colors and different energies. You can start a whole crystal healing practice from just agate. And I want you to remember that your body is divine. You know, your body is divine. One of the most spiritual things that you can do is to be human, because we are here. And we're so concerned about 3D to 5D and, you know, this light languages, and I'm coming from this planet, and Anunnaki, and, you know, Sumerian, whatever. But Baba, you are here right now in this consciousness that you chose. Celebrate it. Be here now. So that you can have this beautiful divine experience of life here now. Open to it, hand on the heart, nicely breath, say yes to it, common peace. And I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. Why does want to stop? Did you subscribe?